You know I had to dress up the best way. Look at this out. So today we are going to be ranking 50 of the top App Store and downloaded games of mobile of all time. Now listen, we got some rules we got to set here. Every app on this page has to be marked at its peak. Now I can't say some of these apps deserve to be here because I looked at the downloads and I was like, there's no way. There's no way some of these deserve to be here. Hello everyone, my name is Sucroot and welcome back to my channel for another video today. We're going to be stepping into the IRL side of things, so I hope you're all having a good day today. If you like what I got, go ahead and subscribe. It's free, you can leave at any time. Although if you leave, for real though, I'm going to donk you in the head with an empty can. I live in Japan, so if you got any suggestions or ideas, please leave them in the comments below. So, I gotta set some rules for myself. Some of these games I don't know, but I downloaded them anyways because they definitely did not deserve to be here. But you know what? I had to. So look, we gotta start out first. We're gonna start from the bottom. I know, the only one there's two of is the first one I gotta start with. Look, when I was a kid, alright, this Coin Dozer game, I don't know what it was, but that thing had me in a chokehold. It was also the most rage-inducing game as like a little 5-year-old. Like I'm sitting here trying to get this little green, I don't even know what it was, to fall over the edge. And the only way I had to do it was to get this like green coin down that make everything fall. Yeah. So I gotta start it off. I can't be given too high. I can adjust this as I go on. I'm gonna give Coin Dozer a B. Alright. Now Jetpack Joyriders. Okay. We gotta think about Jetpack Joyriders here. Alright. Now, I loved Jetpack Joyriders, alright? I am a huge advocate for Jetpack Joyriders. You know what I didn't like? Having to only be able to use Sam once a day. You tell me I had to get 3 pieces for Sam once a day. And you know, this actually has potential to be S tier. But for that reason, A tier. So next we're going to move on to Papparia's Pizzeria, okay? The cool math of cool math. The game I played, you know, when you're sitting in the back of the classroom, when you're supposed to be on, what is it, like Khan Academy, and I'm sitting in the back of the classroom, chefing up as much as I can with these customers. No better feeling than when you get that little... I'm gonna need you to log off for me at that point. Hey, look, that was me all the time in 2nd and 3rd grade. Yeah, I was cooked. This was a great game, but you know, I didn't sit my life on it. It was great for school environments. At its peak, ooh, wait, I gotta give it a C. I feel like it's a B to C tier because Papparia's, you know, anything pizzeria at its peak, that was like the goated game to play in school. You'd never catch me playing it at home though, so for that, I can't put it in B. I'll look at it later on, but I can't. Ooh, next up we got a goated one. Yo, Balloons Tower Defense, alright? I didn't know whether to go with 6 or 5. I'm not going up. But Balloons Tower Defense holds a special place in my heart, alright? There is no better way than of searching up methods to farm the, what is it, the Sun God, after like you get the Super Monkey and you just keep upgrading it. There was no better feeling than getting the Sun God for the first time and then realizing it wasn't as good if it wasn't powered up. Yeah, that happened to me so many times. It was like POV round 114. You get your first Sun God, all of a sudden the next round you get absolutely obliterated, nothing to it. But you know what? Balloons Tower Defense, look, in my opinion, I gotta get that S tier. There is no better way to pass by time than with Balloons Tower Defense. And you know what? I'm gonna say the exact same thing with Balloons Tower Defense Battles. Although there is a but in this statement. I, along with many other people back in the day, you know, I know my audience right now isn't built, so if I say this name, you know, not many people are gonna know it, but like, when you got names like Jerome ASF, Watch Games TV, and a bunch of other people back in the day, listen, when it came to those medallions, I felt sometimes it was so unfair when I got in those multiplayer battles, and all of a sudden, the dude against me has like some goated strategy I've never seen before, literally just pulls it out of thin air, and all of a sudden he's winning. So I'll put that at A tier. I'm not giving that S tier. So actually, by the way, I have this Pepsi. It's Pepsi Lemon. You know, Japan has some really weird things. It's not today's sponsor. I would love to be sponsored. Speaking of sponsors, next video, we got Squid Game stuff. I went, since Korea stuff is pretty popular here, check this out. We're going to do a challenge where I'm going to do all the Dalgonas. I hope I didn't butcher that. And I want to see if I'd actually survive. I want to see if the umbrella is as hard as they make it out to be. Okay, next one, Stumble Guys. You know, I see a lot of ads for Stumble Guys. And, you know, I'm sure at its peak, I don't even know if this game had a peak. I'm sure it's a great game to an extent. But, like, it's just a ripoff of Fall Guys, okay? Everyone knows that Fall Guys was, like, the way to go. Now, when it comes to, like, stuff like Roblox, that's a different category. Because, you know, Roblox is Roblox. That stuff's been here since, like, middle school. But Stumble Guys, I feel like, because it's kind of a copy of another game, I can't really give it the love that other games deserve. So, I'm going to put it in the F tier. I know, first F of the video, I'm sorry. But now we're going to go right back to another goated one. I got to start off my racing career with Asphalt 8. Okay? Now, some of you guys may not know this, but Asphalt 8, you have played it. I hope this is the game I'm thinking of. It's the game where, like, two cars are beside each other. You race, and you can race for pink slips, and you upgrade your car. This isn't on the App Store. It's on the Google App Store. But this game, this game is such a nostalgic feeling, but also I dislike it because me personally, I was terrible at it. I always lost the pink race slips. I could never get that other car. And it's like the equivalent, like, let's be glad that back in the day, like, these games, like these pink slip games, they didn't have emotes back in the day. Because I wasn't an iPad, actually, I was an iPod kid. I would have smashed my phone so hard. But you know what? I like this. I'll put it at C. Ain't the best, but not the worst. Now, it's at its peak, so I got to keep that. What is this? Blockcraft 3D? Alright, look. I have an embarrassing amount of hours in Minecraft. Okay? If you scroll back through my channel, the beginning of this channel was in Minecraft. And I still do Minecraft, even to this day. Like, earlier this morning, I've been working on this project for a couple months now. I'll release some of it soon. It's not the best, but, you know, I kind of wanted to get into storytelling a bit. And I've been editing replay mod and all this other stuff. But these type of games, I don't know what it is. I like them. And you know what? For that, sorry, I got a notification. I don't know who you are. Anyways, for that, I gotta put it at C tier because it's not Minecraft. I can't beat the original. Okay, but you know I gotta put it somewhere nice. Ooh, next up. Ooh, we got the game that all moms love. Look, I don't know what it is with Candy Crush, but every mom in the universe, I feel like for some reason they're like, I don't be playing games all that much. I don't be playing games all that much. But then when I look at their phone, they're on like level 14,000 of Candy Crush. Like, at what point do you say, yeah, you be playing games? Playing games with my heart too, because that's a lie. Like, there are some people that play Candy Crush. I like Candy Crush, but I could not, nothing upset me more than the hearts in Candy Crush. Like, Candy Crush would have been so much better if I could have just continued on. Like, I get it. Like, I fail at this game. I suck. I like it. But you tell me nothing was more upsetting than losing your last life, and it's like, oops, next heart, 16 hours, 24 minutes. Unless you want to pay $3.99. You know, I love it. Moms love it. But I got to give you an A. I'm not going to put it S tier only because I hate it. If it didn't have that life feature, you know, that feature where, like, when you're out of hearts, that you now had to be behind like a paywall or use something, I would have put that in S tier. Even if I didn't play it that much, my mom loves it that much. And I guarantee you all other, like, I mean, now they're probably like 40, but all middle-aged moms, I mean, I'm 24, don't get me wrong, I'm almost an unk. I feel like an unk. Alright, but I can't put it at S tier because of that. Ooh, I gotta open my door. Hold up. this talk got me hot. Okay, you know what? I hear construction. So, I'm sorry if you hear this construction. You know what? Wait. Come with me for a second. V. You wake up one morning, and the building right behind you, they just start, like, just destroying that thing. I am currently balancing this camera on a old blender box and a old Coca-Cola Fitness Zero cap. Okay, what's next? Talking Tom. You know what? This game in its popularity was probably some of the biggest peak as a 4-year-old. I don't know what it was. I don't know. This was the original version of rage bait before rage baiting was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was Talking Tom was basically like, before rage baiting was a thing, this was acceptable. Today's day, Talking Tom is just a literal form of rage baiting. Like, there was nothing better than just hearing your friend for like just some random reason repeating your voice in a higher voice. You know, thinking about it, I'm gonna rate that. I'll give it like a B tier. That's gotta go B. It's not goated level, like, you know, BTD, but you know, it's not bad either. Because in its prime, it was goated. I admit, even I had Talking Angela. I took her on an imaginary date. So I gotta keep my head tilted up if I want to talk to you guys. This makes me feel like I'm looking downwards. I'm just trying to have some light and peace. Okay, look, what we got next? Next, ooh. Hands on my head. Look, this next game, Hill Climbing Racers, if you have never been on a long car ride with, by the way, no internet, because, you know, back in the day, phone plans, we did not have that unlimited 4G, 5G, LTE phone plans. And so you had to literally do everything you could to find ways to entertain yourself. Hill Climb Racing was the... Alright, I'm closing this door. I love for a fact that door being open lasted maybe about 30 seconds. I gotta say, I think Hill Climb Racing is one of those games that if you did not play it on a long car ride where you sat on, I think it was stage 7 moon with the bike and you farmed those coins doing the flips in the air, you did not have a goated iPod childhood. And look, that's one of those games at its peak. I don't think this game ever lost its peak because I still play it on like long car rides or something where I don't have that mobile plan. That's one of those games that belongs. That game is supposed to mean something to me. Yeah, I gotta put that. I might move it. I don't think it deserves S tier, but you know, it's gotta be up there. It's gotta be up there. You look, I might be wrong. It's gotta be up there. Okay, now what is this game? Hold up, I gotta look at my files real quick. What is this game? Desktop. No. Where is it? Blockcraft. Helix Jump. Okay. Alright, so next up, we're looking at Traffic Riders. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a DEI game. That's a joke, but I have no idea where this game came from. Okay? This game was somehow in the top 25 most downloaded games of all time. If I don't even know what your name is, you do not deserve to be here. And for that, I am placing you below F. Because you may have a lot of downloads, but that doesn't mean you belong in this group. This is a single tier list for games that are the best of all time. Getting F doesn't mean you're bad. It just means that these other 51 games are just simply better. And you do not belong here. So let's get something that does belong here. Roblox. Look, in middle school, I played Roblox quite a bit. Do I play it now? No, I don't. Should I play it? Probably. Have I ever played it? No. But greatness has to respect greatness, okay? Greatness has to respect greatness. I admit, now I'm putting this high not because I don't play it, but because you gotta respect it. Roblox is one of those games that's gotta have respect on its name. Okay? This game successfully went, just like Minecraft, successfully went from one generation to the next. Successfully, might I add. Because I remember in middle school, might I add, that's 2014. That's going to be in the prime Markiplier age. Okay, I remember in 2014 when that game was bumping. And it's about to be 2026, and you guessed it, that game is still bumping. So it's got to be S tier. Not for the fact that I don't play it, but for the fact that it's been doing things. And it always comes out with new things because people just be making things. Like grow a garden, brain rot, you know what? iPad kids, look, we had our brain rot. We had the MLG, the machinima days. But you know what? You gotta respect. Game is game. And next up, oh my God. Now we're getting into the good part of this list. You see, I had to save the best for last. Subway Surfers. The game that I see all over my TikTok feed, okay? All over. You tell me I can't go more than 4 minutes on my TikTok feed without seeing Subway Surfers below at the bottom half of the screen, and it's like, hey, attention. There is no better way to attract viewers than to have Subway Surfers on the bottom of your screen. Even though, you know, it wasn't played as much, you gotta respect the hustle. But it can't be S tier simply because, you know, it wasn't like one of those like universally worldwide played games. Like, I know it had its off-brand things, like, what was it, like Minions? Ooh, I should have put that on here. What was it, after the Minions won the Despicable Me Minions running game? That should have been on here. But you know what? It wasn't even in the top 200 downloaded of all time, so I gotta reconsider my thing. Ooh, sorry, that Pepsi was making me burp. Next up, see this is, now we're getting into some of that. This is hard. Temple Run series. The Temple Run series. Oh, I gotta think on that for a second. I played this game a lot. To me, it didn't mean that much, but this was one of those games that no matter what you did, this game was on your iPod. This game was on your iPod. Even if you played it for like 3 minutes at a time out of a month during a car ride, this game was on your iPod. Now, at its peak, I gotta say, it's gotta be better than Paparia's Pizzeria, Asphalt 8, and Blockcraft. But I don't think it's in the tier of Subway Surfers. Like, I'd put it, like, ooh, wait, I can rank these. Hold up, I gotta change some of this around. I think I'd put it above Talking Tom, but I wouldn't put it above Coin Dozer, because Coin Dozer was relaxing. Now, for these four up here, hold up, I gotta put, BTD Battles, I feel like that goes behind Candy Crush, but above Subway Surfers. These three, I think, stay as they are. Stumble Guys, yeah, you gotta have your own category. PUBG Mobile. I'm not including Fortnite in here because obviously Fortnite got taken down off the App Store, and Fortnite's Fortnite. It's good. It's not even on the list. PUBG Mobile. All right, y'all gonna hate me for this statement. As much as I love Battle Royale games, I have never played PUBG. I've never touched PUBG. Online or mobile. So I don't really know how to rank this. A lot of y'all about to disrespect me, but I'm gonna put it just in the F tier. I'm gonna put it above Stumble Guys because it's popular. Actually, below Stumble Guys because I don't enjoy mobile games or Battle Royale that much. I can't understand the hype around the Battle Royale games. Okay, it's still we're still going well. I can't understand the hype about Battle Royale games on mobile. Okay, nothing makes me more upset. Like, great games, but like 2 or 3 rounds is about what you can do, and then you just get annoyed at controls because it's either like you're fighting bots or you're fighting guys that are basically the 5-star equivalent of John Wick given a perk. Okay. Next up, Free Fire. Okay. Some of these games, okay, when I was making this list, I went to the top downloaded iOS and App Store games of all time. How is this in the top 10? Free Fire. I think it was like top 4. Okay. Who are you? What you? We got to do this live. We got to do this live. Free Fire game. What is this game? Okay, look, I just had a coming to moment. Free Fire was a game that I played with an old friend of mine, by the way. I don't know if he still makes content. Streamakilla, if you're still out there. I played this game with him on the computer. But this game, look, I respect the game, but you don't deserve to be here. I'm sorry. There's no way you are top 4 all-time downloaded between Google Play Store and App Store. I'm sorry. This game was great, but, like, it has no job being here. Okay, Stumble Guys is like the bare minimum line. I'm gonna move PUBG up. Stumble Guys is bare minimum of being here. These games right here, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm gonna probably get cooked in the comments if this video goes viral. That game does not deserve to be here. Ooh, next we're going. Okay, so we're going into the Okay, so next we're going into the App Store, where games like this, okay, you got to think about. This was the game where you were sat on a roof and you had to go at someone. I'm not saying the word because I want this video to get recommended. But this game, okay, if you know this game, I think it's like not Free Fire, it's Asphalt Sniper Grounds, I think. No. Hold up. What's the name? Okay, it's Sniper Gun 3D. Oh my god, I'm already almost 30 minutes into this? Oh Jesus, man. You know what? I'm not even going to edit this video that much. I hope y'all enjoy this type of stuff. Next up, we're going to go with Among Us. Okay, Among Us is one of those go-to games. Listen, there is nothing better than getting on Among Us in 2020 and lying on your mama's grave that it wasn't you when you were an imposter. People would lie on anything just to get that imposter win. And I honestly, I'm with it. I think I put it above Talking Tom because, you know, it's mobile, not the real one. Actually, below Talking Tom. I didn't like mobile as much. But now, so we got 2 more games, and then we're getting into the real peak of this thing. Next up, Ludo King. Not gonna lie, don't know what you are, but you're top 10 downloaded all the time. You don't deserve to be here. Helix Jump. Okay, we got to get this out of the way. Helix Jump. That's a new generation game. I don't think it's at its peak. All right? Doesn't deserve to. It deserves to be here because I see ads for it all the time. It looks entertaining, but it just, I don't really think it belongs here. Next up, the OG of the OGs, 8-Ball. 8-Ball holds a place in my heart too. This game is peak. I know everyone in the middle age has 8-Ball on their phone, and sometimes they just be playing it. But you know what I don't like? It's not going into B because every time I play 8-Ball, I get in the game, and no matter what happens, I lose. Like, it's like you lose before you even take a shot. And this guy just has a perfect game. It's like I walk in, brand new guy, level 5. Versus Game 7 Michael Jordan. I'm not winning. Now we got to get into the good stuff. Clash of Clans, okay? Clash of Clans. This game has been out since the dawn of time. Just released Town Hall 18. I don't think I've taken breaks from this game and I've come back and it's just how I left. Now I got to put that S tier because Clash of Clans, it's still goated even today, even though Town Hall 18 is just a little bit weird. It's still something I can go back to and I know I can pick up right where I left off. The building times, atrocious, but I can pick up where I left off and it's okay. Next up, the game of all games. Anyone throughout the past 12 years, well, I'm going to say this game. You might not know what it is, but you know what it is. This game is on this list simply because it has the most outrageous ads of all time. There is nowhere you could escape from Gardenscape ads. It would have like literally a mama getting pregnant. The guy leaves, drives off, and then the butler like steps and falls on his face and you have to rebuild a garden. And for that, I got to put it above Stumble Guys. It's respect to be here. I respect the hustle from Gardenscapes. There is no better feeling than watching those ads and you think to yourself, how did this even get here? Gardenscapes is that game. Game may not be the best, but you got to respect the hustle for like 12 years. Next up, Clash. This is why we clash. But Clash was more popular. I think right now Clash might be at its peak. Last month generated 74 million in revenue. But ladies and gentlemen, level 16 just came out and Clash might have already just peaked. Now we gotta rate it at its peak, but Clash might be on its downfall right now. It would have been S tier. But this level 16, getting rid of wild cards, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Now I gotta rate it with Jinxie. This is why we clash. And for that, I will put it A tier. But with the new update, it kind of almost ruins the sour taste of going into S tier. Because I can't put it in S tier if it's right now still at its peak and it's releasing something kind of sour. But you know what? It's gotta be A tier because it's been along there. Sorry about that. Next up, we gotta go with Poe. I never played Poe, but most of my childhood, all of the women had Poe. I don't know what it was with Poe. Ooh, Poe. But Poe is on this list. Well deserved to be on this list. This game is held by a lot of people. I watched people play Poe. I didn't play Poe. I watched people play Poe on like Twitch and stuff back in the day when Poe was still a thing. And Poe, while it's going to be in C tier, I think it's got to be behind 8-Ball. It's above Blockcraft because it's not the original. It's above the sniper game. And then the other ones below are kind of like, you know, they're here, but they're not really here. Poe is kind of like the baseline for what deserves to be, like truly deserves to be here. Everything above it, goated. Next up was the best game for my middle school. There was not a single day, no, high school, not a single day where I was not trying to use that school laptop, get around the site to play Agario and Slither.io. Agario, listen, I still sometimes I play Agario on mobile to pass by time. Agario was one of those things at its peak, you could not stop it. And I think that's where Agario sits for C tier. It was a short-lived game. You know what? I'll put it at B tier. Because it was one of those short-lived games for like 3 months before stuff like Bonk.io, Survivor.io, and all this other IO age came out. Agario really kicked it off. And it was one of those things that at its peak, everybody was playing it. Everybody. But you know what? Not everybody's A tier. Not everyone can be S tier. And so for that, we gotta go back. This game is Plants vs. Zombies. And you already know. I am not sleeping on Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies was one of those games where if you had to tell yourself, I need something to do for a couple hours, give me Iguodala. I'm putting Plants vs. Zombies A tier. Right below Candy Crush. That's in that category. That's that category that you knew you could trust. Like, you needed something to do. That A lineup right there, besides Clash, everything was on the trust line. You could do it for a couple hours. Next up, I know it's very rare to see a Madden game in here. Madden Mobile 15. There is nothing better in my life than the days of Madden Mobile 15. Grinding, sniping auction house, selling everything you could to try to get 99 overall Devin Hester on your kickoff return. Before Madden became what it was and EA went down the drain, Madden Mobile as a high schooler, middle schooler, was probably one of those games that at its peak all time, you have to give it credit. This game is gotta be S tier. There is no day I ever woke up in middle school or high school and I wasn't checking the auction house. I wasn't trying to upgrade my team goated. Player of the week, ghost of the ghost of the past, the sales they had, the Christmas presents, the Easter hunts. Everything in that game was perfect. And then they had to go and just ruin it. Like after like the next year, Odell being Madden 16 mobile, after Madden Mobile 16, that was the last goated year, and I don't think anything can ever top that. Next up, Pokemon Go. We gotta rate this game at its peak. And I can't be a human being if this game wasn't S tier. I'm not going to put it above Madden Mobile because Madden Mobile was just perfect. This game, what was it, like 300 concurrent players at one point, is still worldwide. You got to respect it. It may not be as popular as it once was, but this game has such a devoted fan base, and it's still played. My mom still plays it. That's like the modern day Candy Crush. There's like the 3 mama games of all time. Candy Crush, Pokemon Go, and To Be Decided, because I couldn't think of a third one. And next, now we're getting into the big banger line. Five Nights at Freddy's. Look, personally, to me, this game is number 1. Everywhere. This whole entire list, this game was number 1. Nothing. I don't think nothing could beat the sudden boom of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sorry. Look, I got goose. If you could see, I got goosebumps. All right. Five Nights at Freddy's is remarkably the best. I know this is crazy in my eyes because I can control. I know it's in the S tier list. In my eyes, Five Nights at Freddy's is the best mobile app release game of all time, beside one other game. The craze for it was so big that there was nothing you could do to stop Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sorry. It's peak. It's golden. Like, it is the crown of App Store indie games. And that leads me into my next one. Kick the Buddy. Look, you tell me Kick the Buddy was a great game, okay? And you spent a lot of time on Kick the Buddy. You love just messing with the thing. It was, they went into like Kick the Buddy, Kick the Boss, and you got everything you could do to punish the little guy, and he just smiled at you. This guy gave me countless hours of entertainment, but nothing that I could say could put it past Poe. You know what? That's a safe spot. It's a game. It's a great game. I love it. But I don't think this game was ever played for more than a couple hours. But those couple hours were the funnest couple hours of your life. It's like that one game. No, it's not. It's like the one app where like you can have like the drinks and like, you know, the guns. And it was like you used it and, you know, like you pretended. It was great for like an hour or so, but that's about all it is. Next up, Minecraft Mobile. This game was peak. This was the first form of peak for Minecraft. And Minecraft is still played. Now, I know that I don't even think the mobile version's still there anymore. Is it? I think it's got to be. Now it's just Bedrock, but everyone just plays like the Xbox or like the iPad or like, you know, just like the regular servers. Minecraft. Well, wait. No, I'm not doing internet. I'm doing App Store. At its peak, App Store wise. App Store, I think everyone loved Minecraft Mobile, but Minecraft Mobile wasn't the same as the original. Okay, I play Minecraft every single week, and I could tell you that I've probably never put more than about 2 hours in Minecraft Mobile. But everyone downloaded it. Yeah, I'm comfortable. It's almost C tier. But Minecraft Mobile, everyone had it, but like you never went far with it. I loved everything about Minecraft, but I can't put it above a game like Agario. Next up, now we're in the OGs of the bunch. The OG 15. Fruit Ninja. Automatically, I gotta say Fruit Ninja, B tier. Above Talking Tom, like that's that era. Fruit Ninja, Talking Tom, Temple Run, it's all in that kind of lineup. That's like the peak 2012, 2013 lineup right there. And then we got to go with Angry Birds. Angry Birds, in its peak, the like 27 game mobile series, the first Angry Birds, I think this is automatically A tier. Can't put it S tier because it's not perfect. I got to say Angry Birds is definitely got to be above Clash, but below Subway Surfers. Because Subway Surfers, you can't really measure its peak. It's just always been there. Subway Surfers, well, you don't play it. it's never fallen off. You see it on every TikTok video. Clash, you know, at its peak, I don't think it's better than Angry Birds because Clash isn't on everyone's iPad. There was nothing better than you needed to pass by time at an airport, or your mom's taking too long at the grocery store because she met a friend, and you play Angry Birds for like 20-30 minutes. Next up, you remember when I said that there was one game that the popularity of it was so high that it could not be rivaled? That's Flappy Bird. Ladies and gentlemen, Flappy Bird was the game. Now, we got to put it at peak, because peak doesn't mean it had to be for long. But for how fast it was taken off the App Store, and then people were like, I'm selling my iPod Gen 4th Touch with Flappy Bird for $4,500, and people were buying it. That's how crazy this game was. You gotta know that this game was the most rage-inducing thing of all time. But you gotta give it flowers. For the most popular, at its peak, Flappy Bird's up there. I don't care what anyone says because of the downloads. It got removed from the App Store, and people would go out their way to pirate it. This was like the first version form of App Store pirating where everyone just wanted something and it wasn't there. Next up, all right, now we got to go back into the OG days. 2009. This was the original Facebook game, Farmville. Farmville holds a place in my heart, but you know, you gotta respect it. Farmville is one of those games you respect. It's not up there, but you respect it. Even I, at like the age of like 5, had Farmville. I played it. My mom played it. This was like the first, like, you know, like back before like the like iPods and everything. You went on Facebook games and you played like Yahtzee, Farmville. This was that game. This was that game. That game's supposed to mean something to me. But now we got to go up into the next thing. Super Mario Run. Mario. Look, buddy. I'm going to be nice to you. You don't belong here. Super Mario as a console game, best thing I could ever imagine. But as an App Store game, buddy. No. And this leads me into the next Mario. Mario Kart Tour. No. I don't think these games really ever had a peak. They were great to have and great to play for like 2 days. And then everyone realized that there was a paywall, and then everyone just didn't like it anymore. Like, you don't belong on this list. This list is meant for the G's. Speaking of G's, we're going into Geometry Dash. Oh my God, talk about a transition. Look, Geometry Dash, I don't care what anyone says. Geometry Dash is definitely A tier. I don't think it's a, I gotta put it right here. The hype for Geometry Dash, the levels, the things people make with Geometry Dash, it never really dies. Like, now at its peak, you know, like 10 years ago, when it was like, it first came out, everyone and they mama played this. But you know, it fell off. Its community now, undying. But it's a small community that gives a lot of viewage, but it's not played as much. So I gotta put Geometry Dash between Clash Royale and Angry Birds. There's no way I can put Angry Birds above Geometry Dash. And now we got a couple games here. We got Crossy Road. Crossy Road was on your phone. You played it. Don't get me wrong. Everyone loves Crossy Road. But they be doing too much. So it's got to be C tier. I can't put it that too high. Like, I play it at Dave & Buster's. You know, you play that game at Dave & Buster's. You get what you want out of it. But I can't get lost in Crossy Road. At its peak, everyone has it. That's why it's with Farmville. Everyone has it. But this line right here is the game that, like, everyone has, and you enjoy it for a couple hours. And that's about all it is. But everyone has it. Next up, Boom Beach. You know, this is what now, this one isn't going to get that high of a ranking. But in my eyes, this game is slept on. I played Boom Beach. I didn't play it anymore. But at its peak, you know, this game was slept on, and it competed with Clash for a long time. And by a long time, I mean about 6 months. This game was something everyone had back in like 2013. You never really played it unless you played it. So for that, I got to put this as everyone has it, played it for a couple hours. Now this game is not here for Americans. This game, okay, I live in Japan. This game is simply, probably, and if not, the most popular game of all time in Japan. If you don't know how much money this game brings in, you gotta look it up because it is astronomical. You see, Uma Musume is the anime that like you never expect for how high of a budget it has, but in Japan, it is probably, if not the most played App Store game of all time. And when I mean of all time, I would be on like a train, a bus, and I would see salaryman workers playing it. Like 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, grandmas. And they would just be feeding their horse the carrots. And you know what I say? Mood down. And you know what? Recently, I gotta say something. Uma Musume has recently been on my page. And I'd be seeing a Broncos game. And it's just like, cue my music. Ooh, that get me sweaty. That get me sweaty. Look, I gotta respect it. This is that game that is here. No one's gonna understand why this is an S pick. This has nothing to do with American stores, but in Japan. Hold up, you're gonna find this out together. Uma Musume Pretty Derby revenue. I want you to look at that number. 2024. That game has earned over $2.4 billion. Clash of Clans revenue all time. 10 billion since 2012. This game is about 3 years old. And it's at 2.5 billion. Now this game, wait, hold up. Musume Pretty Derby app game release. 2018. So it got released in 2021. It's been out for 4 years and it's at 2.5 billion. Clash of Clans has been out for 12 years and is at 10 billion. They are both on par. And right now, that game, my teachers play it. My school teachers play it. It deserves to be here. Gotta give it flowers. That's why the anime is so high tier. That thing brings in so much money. It is no joke over here. Now we gotta go back to the FNAF craze. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm biased. Don't look at me. S tier. It's not above Pokemon Go, but it's definitely above everything else. Because the FNAF 2, the second release in 2015, or was it 2016, was crazy. All right, nothing can top the regular, but 2 is definitely above there too. Next, we got FNAF 3. Now, this is kind of a bit where the App Store craze kind of died down at this age. This is probably where I'd say probably the end of the App Store craze. FNAF 3 was big, but it wasn't big. And I gotta put it right below Talking Tom. FNAF 3, I loved watching it. The lore, oh my god. The lore, I loved watching it, but you get to play through once. And, you know, for 3, the hype wasn't as big as 2 and 1, but it was still huge. Next up, Epic 7. Now, this, if you don't know Epic 7, it's probably because you weren't in the anime side before the monumental shift. Epic 7 was probably the App Store game for all anime lovers in 2019. Yeah, 2019. First year it came out. This game was for everyone. And this game was to not be slept on. I gotta say, definitely it's B tier. Epic 7 was one of those games before the monumental shift. And when that shift happened, it was good for a while, but it immediately got shot down by Genshin Impact. And then eventually, what was it? Hold up, what was it? The new game. Genshin Impact, what was after Genshin Impact? Oh my god, Universal Fumble right here. Universal Fumble. I don't know. I can't remember the game. Genshin Impact and then its counterpart. Okay. This game, Doom. You're here. You are here for a specific reason. I was so happy to see that they were making another game for Doom. I'm putting you last. This game was terrible. POV, you're watching E3. Doom announcement. Mobile game! Yeah, get to the bottom of the list. Let's go back to actually respectable people here. Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter holds a special place in my heart. Now I gotta rate it on popularity. At its peak. Fallout Shelter was something everyone had, so it bypasses the C category. It was something you could put quite a bit of time into, but it wasn't something that was universal. Ooh, you know what? And because it wasn't universal, I gotta put it top of B tier, but it can't be A. Oh, I gotta rearrange some of this in a second. The last one. Raid Shadow Legends. You know, I don't know what it was with the Raid Shadow Legends craze, but I could not name you 2 people that have played this game for more than 10 minutes because they wanted some coupon or some promotion that Raid Shadow Legends was offering to get something in their favorite game. You know, like those apps where like you had to download these apps and play it for 5 minutes, reach a certain level to get a promotion or coins in a game that you wanted, like Farmville or like Extra Hearts and Candy Crush, something like that. Yeah, this was Raid Shadow Legends. Every video's YouTube sponsor. And buddy, you got to be the last on the games that I think could be here, only because a lot of people played it and everyone was promoting it. Don't know where you got this money from, but I don't think you really compete with anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And now comes a time where I get to adjust this list. Do I agree with this list? Do I think these games are good as they are? Clash Royale. You know, something's bugging me about Clash Royale and Geometry Dash. Clash barely entering the A category. This is the end. This is the end of it right here. Clash barely entering the A category feels like I should be bugged by it, but I'm not. Okay, you know, I'm okay with it because Clash Royale is not played as much as Clash of Clans. I'm okay with this. BTD 5, Hill Climbs Racing. Okay, these were together. I'm going to move Hill Climb Racing to the end of S tier. I'm sorry, Hill Climb Racing, you play it, it's great for the rides, it's the go-to game, but I don't think it really had a popularity phase. I think it's above Jetpack Joyriders, but I don't think it holds its weight when it comes to these games right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my list of the top 50 App Store downloaded games of all time. Kind of a mix, it's actually top 30, and then a mix of 20 Universal favorites. That is my list. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I love this video. This was fun to make. It's going to be fun to edit. If you want to see me in the next one, please cast your hotel reservation. Have a good day, guys. Take care. Peace. All right.